So I signed on one day. Nobody was on. And I thought, I gotta do something big. I gotta make a solo sloop play. I ran and got a bunch of kegs. I was trying to become Pirate Legend. Not by becoming level 50 and everything, but by this. Everything was perfect. They're following me through this tiny little area. I'm whipping kegs off the back. I go back up top. The boat just happens to be about to go through this. The boat's about to thread a needle all by itself. And I failed, guys. I failed hard. They didn't hit a single one. Unbelievable. Now this video has some beginner, intermediate, and advanced tips all mixed in. But this first segment is about thinking ahead and knowing when to abort or run. This is when you run. Now on a more serious note, this is a great example of these guys not thinking ahead and choosing to win the battle but not the war. They come in here to make a pass on us, and they get the best of us. They land more shots, knock dubs off the cannon, but you're not going to win a fight in one pass, especially with cannons. So right now, when they should be on the wheel, cranking it left, they still want to angle to land more shots. But now they're going to crash into the island if they don't do something. So they have pigeonholed themselves over just because they wanted to land a couple more cannon shots. Now they had to anchor. They had to anchor or crash into the island. And it literally loses them the battle. Dubs is repairing. They have a player repairing. It's me versus this guy. If you're not thinking ahead and you get greedy and try and win a battle in one pass, you are screwing yourself. Perfect example. Now, one of the easiest ways to bait somebody in this game is to grab a shipwreck in their face. I don't know if anybody can resist attacking somebody who just raised their sail at a shipwreck. But once again, we're still talking about thinking ahead and knowing when to abort, when to fight, and when to run. The bait works. They engage. Now, right now, their sails are the wrong way. This is not an elite crew by any means. They got the $7,000 green sails, and we know it. So we do not fear these guys at all. If they did not change their sails, I know that I will be able to cross in front of them and dubs will be able to keg them. But surprisingly, with a plot twist, these novice players at least are adjusting their sails. So the second I realize I'm not going to be able to have the speed to cross in front of their bow so we can keg them, I just peel off. The last thing you want to do is sail in unison with a galleon. It's death as a sloop. All four of them are going to go hop on the cannons. You guys are sailing right along next to them. It'd be a huge mistake. So just turn around. We turn around and we re-engage. So now we're in a more favorable position. Lighten them up a little bit, and I end up getting blown off the deck, and usually Dubs is our mercenary, but these kids signed me up for it. And like I said earlier, you know, these these are not novice players, but there are some, this little segment right here has some little tidbits that you might want to see. There's stuff to be learned here. There's nothing to be learned from that, but, now this is a cheap move that you're about to see, but, I mean, if they're gonna allow you to go into third person, I'm gonna use it. Now, you can enter third person mode with the emote and see what you normally could not see. Now he lands a shot on me through this, through the window maybe? Who knows? But, now watch this move. When they know you're in the captain's quarters and they're calling out that you're in the captain's quarters, this jump confuses players. Now, they happen to have a guy right there that saw me. But if they have somebody repairing in the basement of their boat, and it gets called out that you are in the captain's quarters, and you make that jump, the repairman is not going to expect you. He feels completely safe because he was just told the player that's on their boat is in the captain's quarters. Now that guy surprisingly was ready, but that tip is actually something that that will work on a more experienced crew. If a more experienced crew calls out that someone's in the captain's quarters, they're more susceptible to what I just said working than these guys. I'm stunned that that guy downstairs was actually ready to fight. Well, it's probably because I just killed somebody at the ammo box on the middle deck. But regardless, if that guy wasn't on the middle deck at the ammo box, and the last call out of my location was captain's quarters, you're going downstairs after doing that balcony jump and getting a free kill. Now the rest of this video is all over the place. We're going to be dealing with team communication, teamwork in general. When someone calls out an anchor turn on your sloop or in a galleon, move the sail halfway. Dubs gets on the anchor. I help with half of it. Finish moving the sail. Anchor's back up. We got full wind and we're headed back into the battle. Keep them on the defensive. Now here's a, after taking out some pirate legends at a fort, I find the key. And, you know, this is really simple. This could have gone incredibly wrong, but, and this tip is incredibly simple, but things like this can save you. Things like this are literally the difference. That galleon is coming in hot. They're probably going to ram us. Sunny drops the sail, because I told her to, the second that I know I can get the ladder. And if she had sat there and waited until she saw me climb up the ladder, that could have been the difference between someone being able to board. The more you and your teammates are talking, the more success you're going to have. Now, I'm not telling anybody how to play the game, but it pays to be a nice person once in a while. When you run into somebody that has a castaway chest on their boat and they look like they're just starting out, you have nothing to gain from wrecking them. You just don't. And even though I'm a savage, every once in a while I like to do something nice. It makes you feel good. And the last thing we need to be doing is just going out and destroying people who we have nothing to gain from. These poor guys, we drove by these guys, shot them with a few cannonballs. Dubs ran to their lower deck and put a keg down there and was going to blow their boat up. And when we realized how new they were, we decided to give away our castaway chests to them. They're of no value to us, and you know, hey, why not? It probably made their day. Probably made them want to go. When all these people are going on the forums and on Reddit saying sea of sociopaths and sea of savages and everybody on this game is toxic, sometimes it's nice to counter that by doing a good deed. Not all heroes wear capes, folks. Now, when you're approaching a fort, I'm sure the more experienced players already do things like this, but if there is any cover or concealment, use it. Even though we're sailing and we're moving slow and this game is not always a fast-paced game,
we're gonna hit them at this course.
we just gave them 15 seconds to think about us instead of a minute or 30 seconds.
Oh boy.
Making my cut.
Yep. Did they even shoot him? And that galleon's in like the worst spot possible. There's like 50 sharks.
Alright, someone just jumped with
He jumped to the keg?
got him.
Oh, you got him!
Good luck.
I cannot believe you just did that.
Now this next clip, these guys happen to have a chest of sorrows on their boat. So they're not able to manage their sails like we are, and we run them down and spear their boat. Now, the main reason for this clip is when you got people in panic mode, anytime you do a spear move like this, when you run down another boat, if your wheel is cranked left, which ours is, and you do an anchor turn, just as you separate, your cannon will line up right with them. This is something that comes with practice, but as you see, you're a perfect distance away from them where you're not in jeopardy of getting boarded and Dubs is on their boat killing them. So just always remember that's a great opportunity to do an anchor turn. Who knows, guys? Who knows? Now, so if a galleon wants to play chicken and come at you full steam ahead, you're gonna have to bail. Obviously, the last thing you need is a head-on collision, but you'll see when Dubs jumps. He jumped right then. They're getting clobbered for that. And they were flying. And that story did not end well for those guys. Sunk them twice. Now this is a more basic one, but I I said there would be a couple beginner things in here, and when you're coming into the fort, no matter how long you have to circle the fort, circle it until you know you'll be able to come into the fort with wind. The last thing you want to do is sail at a skeleton fort into the wind. You are going to get pelted. As you get close, you raise your sail, not all the way, then you put it up all the way. I'm sure most of you know these things by now, but in case there's anybody new out there or anybody who's still struggling with it, there you go. Now this is a stupid tip, a basic tip, and an advanced tip. If you're a solo slooper and you're managing the ship by yourself, and a galleon or someone's chasing you, or a sloop of 2 players is chasing you, if you want to turn, you turn the wheel, move the sail, and then straighten the wheel out the second the sail fills up again. It is the most efficient way to make a turn when you are playing by yourself. Now we're going to close this video out with some team communications in an epic battle of attrition where both crews have limited resources. We had traded with this galleon where both ships went down, and we both raced back to the fort and were battling for the loot.
Are they moving again? One just jumped. I got their ladder.
Okay.
I'm dead, but I blew it up, and I think I killed 2 of them, and 2 of them were off their boat.
Now another little small tip. Don't try to aim over the waves. Shoot through the waves.
I got a hole, but it's top deck.
Yeah, go. Killed one.
Nice. Killed one. They're not taking any water though.
Alright, they're about to be.
Killed another. Grabbed all. They only have 1 plank left in their barrel.
Okay.
About to kill the one on the cannons.
Nice.
Got him. They have a good bit of upper decker holes too, so those will add up in the long run. I'm coming back.
One's trying to board.
Okay. I'm back.
Bail. We still have those same damages.
I'll fix them with their planks. Alright. Oh! I'm jumping.
2 lower deckers.
Nice. How far are they from the island?
Decent amount.
Okay, then no.
Alright, they just shot a guy. I don't know if we'll get ladder or not.
Do we have any damage I need to check on?
Nope.
Okay. How many cannonballs we got?
Low. 10.
Alright, I'm back.
Anchor
Yeah,
turning.
we'll go get some.
Help me. Where are they at? Oh, they're there. Nice shot.
He's probably gonna watch me. Probably gonna get bit by a shark. Dropping anchor.
Okay.
They might be in permanent bail mode right now. Alright, I got them busy.
Okay.
Grabbing their cannonballs. I'm in a bad spot. Oh, I got one. Killed two. I'm dead. Keep shelling them. I got you a few cannonballs. I don't know how many though. They were like, there's a guy right next to the barrel. I only got two. Attrition, mate. Coming back. Alright, I'm back. I'm going. Is their anchor still down? Or are they angling?
No, they're angling, but I mean...
I'll drop it.
Alright, this other sloop is back.
Killed one. Dropping anchor. Killed two. One's got a keg right next to their boat. This is perfect. He's going on their ladder. I'm gonna go grab it. Alright, I'm about to board him with a keg.
Okay.
He's climbing up to their crow's nest.
Alright, well, I'm about to smash into them.
Yep. Keg went off.
Okay. Is that you in the water with the keg?
Nope, nope, nope. I'm on their boat.
He's trying to get me.
Okay, you good? They're about to get second deck water.
No, other guy just dropped the keg right behind their boat. He abandoned a keg right behind their boat. If you want to go, well, that's up to you. Do your thing.
Killed one.
Guy's climbing up the
Yeah, I think
ladder.
they're gonna go down. One just jumped off their boat. I think they're all in the water. Yeah, they're down.
Wow. Tell me if they scuttle.
No, they didn't. They're all in the water though. I'm going to the island.
Okay.
Let the sharks have them.
They possibly could have retrieved some loot.
Okay, I'll watch boat. I'll wait for it to disappear.
Wow, what a fight.
Nope, nothing.
Alright, there's that keg. I see that. Do you see them? Someone's boarding me.
No. Oh. Do you need me on mermaid?
Killed him.
Probably smart, right? Okay. There might be more trying to board you.
I want this damn keg, dude. Oh, he's trying to snipe the keg and it's right next to me. Oh no.
Where's he at? I just heard that.
He's right by our boat.
There's like 15 sharks
they're
chasing
getting
him right
eaten
now.
by sharks.
I'm
Oh,
about to get eaten by a
feeding
shark.
frenzy.
Swim.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Got him. Ha
Now,
ha.
some of you might have thought that was boring. Others might have found it to be amazing. But the key thing about that entire sequence, not just the communication, but the distance that I am engaging the galleon from is the ideal distance. Some people could still board you, a nice sword lunge, they could still land some cannon shots.
Got him.
But the point is, if somebody tries the sword lunge and make it to your boat from that far away and doesn't get ladder, he's not getting a mermaid, and he is now, a 30-second swim back to his boat. And that takes that player out of the fight. It puts them in a bad spot.
And that right there is true demoralization. They got back to the fort, realized we found everything. Whew, that is satisfying to watch.
So if you made it this far, it means you made it to the end. And once again, thank you for watching. I'm going to leave you guys with a nice Thieves Haven drive-through. Maybe one day I'll need to use this. Never hurts to practice. But I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate all the support. Sorry I've been lazy and haven't put out a video for possibly 2 weeks, but thanks for all the kind words you guys have been saying. It means a lot, and I'll get to work on getting something out real soon.